having control over my own time, not having to full-time job, being able to drop my kids to school, being there in the morning with them, having breakfast with them, I would say is the number one thing, the biggest satisfaction to everything that's happened. Everyone, my name is Saadat Chaudhary. I'm based in the UK. In terms of tutoring, so I tutor for maths, English, and science up to GCSEs.
Where were you kind of before jumping in with the teacher project? Was it still relatively small in terms of like your monthly income? Were you doing one-on-one? What was the experience like? What were you feeling at that point before jumping in with us?
So yeah, online was a complete new space for me. I had no idea how to navigate through any of these things like, marketing. It was all completely new to me. That was the point where, I started going on Facebook, just seeing what's out there. And then I was seeing other tutors with their marketing messages, and I was like, wow, I want to have something like this as well. They must be getting this from somewhere, and I want to know, where are they doing this? Where are they getting this information from? And then teacher project pops up.
Absolutely. When you actually went ahead and jumped in with us, man, what was your experience like jumping in to kind of our front end Students on Demand Accelerator program?
Everything literally started from scratch. These are things that I didn't even think about or consider. I didn't even think it's going to be important. Like, who am I aiming this at? Who's my ideal parent? Who's my ideal student? Who do I want to actually speak with? Because, you can't serve everyone. Looking at that, then after building the foundations in terms of the marketing side, exploring all of these softwares that I've never heard of, never even would have considered thinking about. And when I first got the ads out, then, when you start seeing the leads coming through, then it really hits you like, wow, this is actually something that's working, and I'm actually speaking to strangers now because they saw me on Facebook or something. So it's surreal.
What results kind of stand out to you that really just like kind of blew your mind as you were kind of moving through the process? Anything stand out to you?
There's so many. For me, like getting 10K a month was always a goal that I wanted right from the start. And obviously, it's not realistic when you're first starting off. So there's obviously a lot to do in that meantime. And when I first started off, it just felt like that 10K is just eluding me. It's so far ahead. There's so much to do, right? But there's so many little achievements before that that I wasn't really overlooking because my mind was constantly focusing on that 10K. Having 50 students enrolled, that was a huge, I couldn't imagine having 50 students. I've only worked with like 5 or 10 students at once, right? So having 50 students was a brilliant milestone to achieve.
I know that you've pushed even higher than that and just kind of hit your most recent one this year of hitting, over 20K in terms of a month. Was that kind of an eye-opening moment where you went from 10K to 20K where it was like, wow, that just happened?
10K is a huge milestone. And then after that, it was like seamless. It was like every other month, it was just consistently coming through, and I wasn't doing anything differently. I think the business just finally reached a certain level and it was kind of just coasting along there. And then obviously, you get to the busy times and marketing increases budget because you have a lot more budget now to throw into the marketing side. And then, yeah, then the 20K came literally just a few months after the 10K. So it was just like once I hit that huge milestone, after that, it was just kind of like just going up.
What's that allowed you to do, outside of the business in terms of lifestyle, time back? What's that look like on your side?
Having my control over my own time, not having to full-time job Monday to Friday, being able to drop my kids to school, being there in the morning with them, having breakfast with them, taking them to swimming, taking them to, football, whatever it is, right? I would say is the number one thing, the biggest satisfaction to everything that's happened. I mean, I'll say, I'll let you know what a lot of tutors or people come and speak to me about, like, is this actually real? Are they scammers? Things like that, the teacher project, things like that. And obviously, I'll say it live to everyone now on the screen. You can see me. The teacher project has literally transformed my life to where it is at the moment, right? The business that I've managed to grow is all through the support from, Kyle, Elliot, and the team, brilliant coaching staff. And the program itself is, I would say it's revolutionary because it's literally opened up a huge new thing that I didn't even know existed before. So the opportunities that I'm facing now, having the support, having the network with you guys. I know you guys have my back whenever I need support, whenever I have questions. You guys are always there, giving me advice, giving me guidance. Like I said, like it's a lonely space. So if you don't have people like-minded on the same journey as you, no one else can relate. So having this network is priceless. So yeah, thank you to Kyle, Elliot, and the team for supporting me all these years.